In today's video, I want to take you guys through a bunch of free stuff available on the PlayStation Store, a couple of games available to play for free for a little bit, Rainbow Six Siege, Firewall, 0 Hour, and there is some free DLC available for Assassin's Creed Odyssey as well. We'll take you guys through all of that. Also, Dying Light 2 has gotten its massive gameplay reveal. 26 minutes of gameplay have been uploaded. It shows a lot of the game, and man, the game is looking a lot better than Dying Light 1, and you guys know how highly I thought of that game, so me saying it looks a lot better, that's saying quite a bit, but this is going to be a significant step up. We'll go through all of that as well at the end of this video. First up, let's go through all of the free stuff. Rainbow Six Siege is gonna have a free-to-play event. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege will be available for free for 1 week between August 28th and September 3rd, so it's quite a lengthy free-to-play week. It will be free on all platforms, including the PlayStation 4, and will allow users to play on every map with 20 of the game's legacy operators. Any progress you make during the free-to-play period will carry on over into the full version of the game if you decide to buy it. Usually, whenever they do run this free period, the game does also get a discount, and it has been confirmed that during this period, the game will see some sort of a discount, although I don't see an exact numerical value as far as how deep that discount will be. I imagine that it'll be like 70% off or whatever the case may be, and that discount will actually persist past the game's free-to-play period actually ending. The free-to-play period again ends at September 3rd. The discount itself will end on September 9th. I thought Rainbow Six Siege was one of the best multiplayer experiences of this generation. There's a reason that why all these years later, it's still persisting as one of the major multiplayer games. I mean, if you go on Twitch, this is going to be one of those games that it might not be the absolute most watched game, but it's been around for a very long time, and we're talking about going back to the end of 2015. That's when Rainbow Six Siege was released, and it's still a pretty major fixture into gaming today, and that's a pretty cool thing to see. I mean, there are other games like Overwatch that have sustained the test of time as well, but with a lot of first-person shooters, I'm pointing at a Battlefield or Call of Duty, maybe even Titanfall 2, those games come out and then they kind of go to the wayside after a little while. In the case of Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, it has really stood the test of time, and if you have yet to play it or you want to revisit the game, and with Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, if you've yet to play it for whatever reason, or you want to revisit the game from August 28th until September 3rd, it will be free on PlayStation 4, and it'll come with it a sizable amount of content, and on top of that, if you do want to own the game, you can get it at a pretty significant discount. Alright, moving on from that, also, Firewall 0 Hour for PlayStation VR celebrates anniversary with a free weekend. It was noted that tomorrow will be the 1-year anniversary of the release of First Contact Entertainment and Sony Interactive Entertainment's PlayStation VR exclusive first-person shooter, Firewall 0 Hour. It was a very good VR shooter, and a lot of people would say that Firewall 0 Hour kind of played like Rainbow Six Siege in VR. It definitely had that tactics-based element to it, and now with Rainbow Six Siege being free, hey, you got a VR iteration, so to speak, in Firewall 0 Hour as well. It's been a very compelling first-person shooter, and multiplayer games in VR is something that I was a little bit skeptical on. I didn't know how that would work, but it turned out really well, and it's kind of one of its kind. We've seen other VR multiplayer titles like Riggs Mechanized Combat League, however, we haven't seen another tactical shooter like Firewall 0 Hour, and it definitely hits a gameplay style that works relatively well in VR, surprising to me. The PlayStation blog also has a pretty in-depth post, and they noted, "We're absolutely pumped to be celebrating the 1-year anniversary of Firewall 0 Hour's launch, and what a year it's been. Over the course of a year, we've released a number of updates to the game, at times directly influenced by the awesome feedback we've received from our players. Our amazing community continues to grow stronger than ever, and we're grateful for the recognition Firewall 0 Hour received, such as being named the VR Game of the Year 2018 by Upload VR, and named a finalist for the VR Game of the Year Award 2019 by Axer's VR Awards." Coming up on a year of playing Firewall 0 Hour, we also have some fun data stats from the community to share as of August 13, 2019. They go over some stats, and they also note, "In honor of all of these milestones, we're excited to be putting together an extended free trial for active PlayStation Plus members from August 28th until September 2nd. During this 6-day free trial period, players can squad up and dive straight into battle, testing out the latest maps, weapons, and equipment. Since launching 1 year ago, we've added 4 more maps to the game: Containment, Hangar, FOB, and Newsroom, plus new contractors, weapons, and tons of customizations like camo skins, face paint, and trinkets. Players will also get to try out the new free mission from our latest season, which launched August 13th, Operation Dark Web, and earn free cosmetic rewards. There will also be a double XP event happening concurrently during the 6 days, so players can level up even faster. After that, they go through a lot of tips on how to be better at the game, so I'll leave a link to the PlayStation blog post in the description box as well. Check it out if you are interested in playing Firewall 0 Hour. Again, a PSVR exclusive title, so you do have to have the VR headset, but quite a good one, and one of those games that I always recommend if you do end up getting a PlayStation VR headset. And lastly, as far as the free stuff goes, I do want to note that Assassin's Creed Odyssey's Fate of Atlantis Episode 1 is available free right now. It was noted by Ubisoft from August 26th to September 1st, we're giving away the Fields of Elysium first episode of the Fate of Atlantis DLC for free. Discover the paradise of Elysium and what sinister secrets are hiding behind its beautiful facade. In addition, the Season Pass is 50% off from August 27th until September 1st. The Season Pass includes the full Legacy of the First Blade and Fate of Atlantis story arcs, plus Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered. Yes, the Season Pass is huge and adds a lot of content, so that is awesome. The Assassin's Creed Odyssey base game is required to access the Season Pass content, including the Fields of Elysium episode, so just be mindful of that. But if you do have the base AC Odyssey game and you just want to check out some of the DLC content, but you don't want to pay for it, well, Fate of Atlantis Episode 1 is available free right now. Alright, so that wraps up all of the free offerings on the PlayStation Store right now. Also, Dying Light 2 has gotten its massive gameplay reveal, and it is looking phenomenal. Techland has released a 26-minute gameplay video of Dying Light 2, and it was shown behind closed doors at E3 2019 in June and Gamescom 2019 last week, but now it's been made public, and it is looking tremendous. I think people were really wowed by the game, and I think it's won a lot of people over, even those of you that have never played the first title, which I always say, the first title is pretty cheap. You should probably go back and play it. The video showcases how player choices have far-reaching consequences on both the narrative and the world of Dying Light 2. In Dying Light 2, the open world is 4 times larger than the original Dying Light. Now, it should be noted, it's not like the first Dying Light was this massive open world. However, it did have a significant amount of size to it, so with Dying Light 2 being 4 times the size, that is a significant increase. Here's a quick overview of the game for those of you that don't know much about it. The fate of the city is in your hands. It's been 15 years since humanity lost the virus. The last great human settlement exists with an unforgiving, infected world plunged into a modern dark age. During the day, bandits, factions, and starving survivors roam the streets, scavenging for scraps or someone to take them from by violence if necessary. At night, the infected roam free, evacuating their dark hideouts to prey on the living. You are Aiden Caldwell, an infected survivor. Your exceptional agility and brutal combat skills make you a powerful ally and a valuable commodity in this dangerous world. You can achieve things no one else can, enter places no one else dares. With your unique abilities, you have the power to be an agent of change within this decaying metropolis. Key features: your choices, your world. You must make tough decisions and hard sacrifices as you decide the fate of society on the brink of collapse. The effect of the choices you make will have a huge impact on entire regions of the city, uncovering new land masses and areas to explore. Play the entire campaign in up to 4-player co-op, host your own games, or join other players and see how their choices have played out differently to your own. So a lot of layers to the gameplay of the game and a lot of replayability with all of the choices to be made, and you can play cooperatively if you so want. Exceptional agility and brutal combat are also noted. On your journey from humble beginnings to a person of great power, you have unprecedented freedom of movement across the city, seamlessly integrated with brutal first-person combat, a modern dark age in a desperate city where resources and powers are scarce, unstable, and trust in ruling bodies is all but eroded. Humankind has reverted to a dark age. Civilization is gone, but the relics are still there. This is a violent, primal, and unforgiving world, and so are its inhabitants. And the infection has evolved. The infection has evolved and become more sensitive to UV light. Society exists in the relative safety of sunlight, while the infected hide in the shadows of buildings. At night, the infected roam the streets, freely searching for prey, presenting opportunities for you to explore areas of the city inaccessible by the day. So the day and night dichotomy is also going to be an interesting one to monitor, and definitely going to have major ramifications to the gameplay as well. Dying Light 2 is quickly becoming one of my more anticipated games for that early 2020 period, and I've reiterated it over and over again. Early 2020 is looking stacked. We already know Cyberpunk 2077. We already know Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now you throw Dying Light 2 on there as well, and a bunch of other games. Last of Us Part 2 is rumored for February of 2020. It is going to be absolutely jam-packed of major releases early next year, and I think I'm with the majority of you guys for a lot of these titles. I absolutely can't wait. And that's gonna conclude this video. Again, a lot of free stuff available on the PlayStation Store right now for you to check out. Rainbow Six Siege is getting a free-to-play event, a 1-week free-to-play week, as is Firewall 0 Hour, so check out both of those. Firewall 0 Hour, again, a PlayStation VR exclusive. You can get the Fate of Atlantis DLC for Assassin's Creed Odyssey Episode 1, that is, for free, so check that out. And Dying Light 2 has gotten a substantial 26-minute gameplay walkthrough. Definitely give that a look, and it'll heighten your expectations and anticipation for the game. That's gonna conclude this one. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.